Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Inge with me, your host, Fardino Omar. Always well to see you. Now, this week we are going to be crossing continents. We will be checking out from Japan the Suzuki GSX S1000, which is a refresh review. But before that, from France, the Renault Koleos. Okay, generally speaking when you think of a European manufacturer making an SUV, you'll probably be thinking it's going to be sporty. You know why? Because those manufacturers will have a sporty car with a sporty DNA. Then they take that DNA and champa into the SUV, making it sporty. Think BMW, Audi, Mini, the Maserati Levante, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Sporty, right? Well, this SUV is European, but it's not sporty. This is the Renault Koleos. And I'm going to be telling you why the Renault Koleos is not a sporty SUV, and it's okay. Check this out. However, folks, before we begin, two disclaimers. Number one, this is definitely good riddance to the frumpy looking old Koleos. And secondly, in case you didn't know, this shares the same platform as the Nissan X-Trail. Well, let's begin. Okay, sporty cars are normally not kind to the rear seat passengers. For this car, they are very kind. How kind? 289mm of legroom for the rear seat passengers. Class leading, man. That's good. And then you also get double USB ports for you and your devices. You've got your own aircon vent. You've got your own reading light. It's so cool. And then on top of that, this armrest is probably the sturdiest I've come across right here in the back seat. And you've got ample space for two cups over here. Very good. Okay, recently we did Lotus Elise 250 Cup, and based on that experience and how Spartan that sporty car was, this car is not sporty because it's the opposite of Spartan. Starting with this key over here, very fancy, very high tech. This weird looking key, which is slightly bigger than a credit card, gives you keyless go and entry, something we appreciate here in Malaysia. Then as you come in, your attention will definitely come straight to this 8.7-inch screen, which is right in the middle of the car. Very a la Tesla, a la Volvo XC90. It looks very good. We've got a second screen over there. Now both these screens are totally customizable. Very nice feature. This is also where you will access the free sat-nav, and also where you will see the reverse camera and reverse sensor. All these features are not cost options. Then, as you come down, you will see this is where you access the climate control. Now, it's a little bit finicky if you're not used to it, but once you're used to it, it's perfectly fine. Come here, you will get the cup holders hidden away in this tray, and the cup holders have a cooling function. Ayo, in Malaysia, how important is this? You keep your beverages cold. Very nice touch. And then, open this bin, and you get dual USB ports. Enough for you and me. See? All good, right? You've got a host of safety features like 6 SRS airbags, ISOFIX, ESC, ABS, all the safety features come standard lah. And then as you go outside, you will get a C-shaped DRL, which defines the way the car looks from the front. From the back, you've got a very unique cluster tail lamp, which again defines the look of the car from the back, especially the protruding bit that comes to the middle of the car. And you've got LED headlamps. And then finally, you've got 18-inch Argonaut wheels. All this are not cost options. They come standard with the car, which is so nice of Renault. Thank you so much. The only thing that is not going to be available in the car that you buy as compared to this test car is this Bose sound system. When you buy the car, it comes with Archimist, and I've tested it. It sounds pretty good. So all this, not cost option, man. And it's not Spartan, so not sporty lo. Okay, sporty cars can carry people, right? This car can carry people and also your furniture because you've got a lot of space here. The seats fold 60-40. One touch, you will fold everything down and you will get 1,690 litres of boot space. Ample and enough. Then this boot floor does not offer you any additional storage because underneath this boot floor, you've got a full-size spare. Sayang lah, because some of the competitors actually offer more storage down here. Once you have your stuff here, you've got this tonneau cover that you can pull and you can hide stuff. The only thing that I really don't like about this particular part of the car is the boot lid itself because it's not power assisted. Small person handling this will find it very difficult because the boot lid itself is fairly hefty. If only it was power assisted, perfect. But sayang lah. Okay, we'll only call a car sporty when you drive it and you feel sporty. This car definitely does not feel like you're driving something sporty. The power delivery is very linear, it's very buttery. A little bit about what's happening under the hood. You've actually got the same 2.5 litre naturally aspirated DOC engine that you will find in the X-Trail. The X-Trail is slightly torquier, but you won't be able to tell the difference lah. It's paired to a CVT gearbox, so when you hit hard on the accelerator, the CVT whine will be a little bit noisy, and it's not exactly the fastest reacting gearbox around. But that does not mean you're not going to go fast. You can go fast. You can cruise all the way up to, in 9.5 seconds, you can do the century sprint, and you can go all the way up to 200 kilometers an hour. What I've tried is, I've actually tried this car cruising it in a very high speed, in a very safe and controlled environment, of course. But when I did that, I felt that the car did not feel rushed. It's actually quite comfortable. The drone of the CVT dies down as soon as you even the car out, which is good. And also, driving in the city, you will appreciate this electrically assisted power steering, because it may not give you much by way of feedback, but the lightweightness is something you will definitely appreciate, as much as you will appreciate the shock absorbers and the suspensions doing a very good job absorbing all the bumps and undulations on the road. This car, in summation, does not feel sporty to drive. Quite the opposite, it feels very serene and comfortable to drive. Okay guys, it boils down to this lah. You know I'm not going to say this car is sporty, and it's really okay. Because in place of sportiness, you get comfort, you've got serenity, you can still go fast, it's just that you're not going to get there in a very sporty way. It does everything that it's supposed to do on a daily basis very well. You've got space and you've got comfort and all that, which is very good. Now the only thing is that because Renault has in its garage the likes of the Renault Megane RS and the Clio GT, all these Nürburgring record-breaking cars, you just probably wish that Renault instilled a little bit of sporty DNA into this car. But having sampled this car over the last couple of days, I think this is something a lot of people can live with. You can't win it all, and the fact that this car does exactly what it's supposed to do very well, I think makes it a fairly good buy compared to all the competitors out there in the price range. So, thumbs up from me. Okay, that was the Renault Koleos, and next up is the Suzuki GSX S1000. Stay tuned.